Hey guys, welcome back to another Tech Tap Repair video. In today's episode, we're going to be showing you how to replace the LCD assembly on your MacBook Pro 13-inch 2020 M1. This also applies for the M2. They're almost the exact same. In fact, I think they use the same LCD. Not 100% sure, but the layout is exactly the same. The part number might be slightly different. But yeah, if you're looking for either an OEM or, in this case, an aftermarket LCD, we'll have those available on our website, techtep.com. Check out the link below, but let's go ahead and get into today's repair. So we're going to start by flipping the unit over and removing the 6 pentalobe screws. So as you can see, there's one at each side at the top, which are going to be longer than the bottom 4. And with the bottom pentalobe screws removed, I'm going to use the help of a suction cup in order to remove the bottom case. And then by pushing with my thumb the top case away from myself and pulling the bottom case towards myself. So that releases these fingers off of the top case assembly here. So now that we're in the unit, the very first thing we're going to do is disconnect the battery. To do so, we're going to go ahead and remove this covers and unplug the battery management unit flex cable, and then take a T5 screwdriver and undo the pancake screw that connects the logic board jumper to the battery board. So with our battery disconnected and our unit now safe to work on, we're going to keep that same T5 in hand, and we're going to remove one more cover here at the top. That covers the Wi-Fi antenna cables, and we're going to remove this T5 that was hidden underneath, followed by these T5s in the center that secure the Wi-Fi vent module, as well as the LCD board into the top case assembly. And with those removed, we can go ahead and switch to a T3, and I'm going to start on the edges here. We're going to remove the 2 T3s on each side that secure the LCD hinge covers and the hinge covers themselves. Now we're going to remove these 4 T3s in the center, the very long ones for the LCD bungees. And now we're going to remove these slightly shorter T3s that hold the LCD display cable to the top case and its retention bracket. And then we have 2 more T3s here for the LCD display connection itself. And with those and that bracket uncovered, we can grab a plastic spudger and unplug the display connector and our Wi-Fi antennas. Now we're going to grab a PL1 and remove all the screws on either side that hold the Wi-Fi vent module to the top case assembly. Now we're going to grab a T8 screwdriver and remove the 6 in total, 3 at each side, T8 screws that secure the LCD to the top case. And with all those screws removed, we can now go ahead and pop out our Wi-Fi vent module. Set it aside. And now we can go ahead and remove the LCD by simply opening up the unit and then pulling the top case off. So we can set our top case assembly aside for now, as well as our bad LCD. All right, so we've got our brand new LCD here, which is a new aftermarket one available at our website, where we also have used OEM ones if you prefer those. We're going to go ahead and install it by making sure all of the cables are inside our top case and then acting like we're opening up the unit. And when we do that, the hinges will pop into the hinge locations in the top case. We can then hold our hinges as we close the unit. And once we get the top case closed, we can go ahead and push our hinges all the way down. And the very first thing we're going to do is secure the T8s back in place, just to make sure our LCD assembly doesn't fall or go anywhere. All right, and with those T8s back in place, I'm now going to reinstall our bungees. They kind of clip into place and then screw in. You'll feel it when they clip in. You'll hear it too, just like that. And then these are the longest T3s. There's 2 of them for each bungee, so 4 in total. So once you've got these screwed in all the way, the next thing we're going to do is take our Wi-Fi vent module, and we need to feed these antennas through a cutout right here where they plug into. While making sure that we keep this center board for the for the LCD assembly also inside here, but not covering up our display connector, which also needs to run on top of everything. So you want to make sure you have your display connector on top, your Wi-Fi vent module threaded through correctly on the bottom, and then sandwiched in between is our LCD board right here. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in our Wi-Fi antennas while everything's loose. This is just going to make it easier to do now. If you do it later, you have a little less wiggle room, so it can be harder to get everything to plug in nicely. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is take a T5 screwdriver, and we're going to secure this T5 right here for the Wi-Fi antenna cable bracket. And then we're going to take the 4 T5s that secure the Wi-Fi vent module and our LCD board to the top case and start these. I'm not going to screw them in all the way yet. I like to get all 4 of them started before I go ahead and start securing these down. All right, and with that screwed in, I'm going to go ahead and connect our display connector. And I'm going to take a PL1 and screw all these screws back in that go on either side before I do anything else. But you can kind of do anything in any order from here on out. With all of those back in place, I'm going to now grab a T3 screwdriver and go ahead and secure the retention brackets for the LCD display connector, first at the connection point to the actual LCD. And then the retention bracket and 2 respective T3 that secure the display connector right here in the center. Now I'm going to go ahead and reinstall our LCD hinge covers and screw them in with the 2 T3s that we took out originally. Then I'm going to place our covers back on for our Wi-Fi antenna. And I'm going to take a T5 screwdriver, secure the battery connector back into place, plug in the battery management unit flex cable here, making sure to close the retention bracket and put our cover back on. The very first thing I'm going to do before I close the unit up is grab a charger, plug it in, and make sure our new LCD works. So we went ahead and plugged it in. Let's go ahead and open it up. And it actually already turned on. Let me get the lighting out of the way so you can see here. So as you can see, we have our Apple logo and it is booting. Let's just make sure we get to the login screen to make sure everything's good here. Hard for you guys to see, but you can probably see there that we're to the login screen and everything's good to go. So we're going to go ahead and seal this up with our bottom case. So the first thing we're going to do is place it down and line it up on the edges and slide it forward. This is going to engage those fingers on each side here. We're going to repeat the process on the left-hand side and we're good to go. Now we're going to push with our thumbs in the center here to engage the clips on either side. And the same thing on the bottom here. Those were not as satisfying. Oh, there we go. There we go. So we have our pentalobe screws here. The longest ones do go in the top right and left, and the shortest ones go in the very center, with the next longest ones being on each corner here. All right, that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, if you saw any parts or tools you needed in today's video, check out the links below. If you guys are interested in any data recovery, we are certified. We do offer mail-in repair, both for data recovery, retrieval, and any sort of mail-in repair you need for any device, such as the LCD replacement you saw today. So if you guys are interested, check us out at techdev.com or check out the links below. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode.